What's happening, everybody? Kevin here. Sorry about the clickbait title here. I don't think it's clickbait. I think the real clickbait is from all these xbots and all these wackos saying that Bethesda games will not come to PS5. And I'm going to quadruple down and say that they will. Now, me saying that they will is just me basically going by the fact that it's been, about a month now since they announced the launch of Bethesda, and Phil Spencer and anyone from Bethesda or Xbox have not come out and said Bethesda games will not come to PS5. They did not say Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, the next Fallout game. No one has come out and said these games will not appear on the PlayStation 5. And yet the Xbots are saying and just really being stupid with, are they insiders? What's going on? Do they know exactly what's going on in Xbox? Because I have yet to hear anyone at Xbox say these games will not appear on the PlayStation 5. At best, I hear that they dance around it. And when you're launching a console and you just got your ass whooped by Sony, you don't dance around that. You don't give PlayStation 5 hope. If that's what's behind the deal, is you want to buy Bethesda and make it all your own. So the best I heard was ZeniMax guys saying what Microsoft owns, Sony can't have, which, that still doesn't come out and say they're the owners of ZeniMax. Microsoft purchased ZeniMax, so all they're doing is swimming in money while Microsoft took over the IPs, and now it's in their hands. So I don't give a fuck about what they say. And let's go into this interview here from Kotaku with Phil Spencer. Love me some Phil Spencer. He's a good dude. Jim Ryan is Don Matrick 2.0. But let's get into this question here about Bethesda. So Stephen Totillo of Kotaku straight up asked him, is it possible to recoup a $7.5 billion investment if you don't sell Elder Scrolls 6 on the PlayStation, I asked. Phil Spencer very quickly replied, yes. And people need to understand what this question is. Is it possible to recoup that $7.5 billion just on Xbox services? So hopefully that is a yes, like Phil Spencer replied. But people are taking this answer and going, nope, there you have it. Not coming to PS5. You think I'm going to buy Bethesda, all I want to do is recoup my money? No. There's nothing in that answer that says games are going to stay exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. And then he replied, I don't want to be flip about that. He added, this deal was not to be done to take games away from another player base like that. Nowhere in the documentation that we put together was, how do we keep other players from playing these games? We want more people to play games, not fewer people to be able to go play games. But I'll also say in the model, I'm just answering directly the question that you had. When I think about where people are going to be playing and the number of devices that we have xCloud and PC and Game Pass and our console base. I don't have to go ship those games on any other platform other than the platforms that we support in order to kind of make the deal work for us, whatever that means. Just that last part, whatever that means. Basically what that means is I got a really angry Xbox fan base that is mad at me and Xbox for not having exclusives. So let me just throw this out to just appease them because they're going apeshit about Bethesda games possibly coming to PS5 and shutting that down, when Phil Spencer himself is still not shutting it down. He's he keeps talking about a utopia for the Xbox brand. Every time he talks about Xbox, he talks about it in a utopia where, oh, there's billions of gamers playing xCloud and everyone has Game Pass. And if they don't want to play on their consoles, they're playing on PC. Okay, but the real world, Phil Spencer understands this, the real world, most people play on Nintendo. Most people play on PlayStation. A lot of people play on PC. That's why he's hitting up that market too. And he's trying to get his games everywhere. He really is. The utopia is everyone is in the Xbox ecosystem to the point that it really doesn't make financial sense to put the games on PS5, on Nintendo, on other devices that are not in the Xbox ecosystem. So I think people get confused when they hear some statements like this and go, yep, not coming to PlayStation. Like, no, he's always talking about a utopia where everyone's playing on an Xbox ecosystem. What's going to happen is PlayStation 5 is going to sell a lot. Xbox brand is probably still going to struggle. Game Pass is doing well, but from what I understand, they don't make money on it, if they do, it's not much. And that's really their bread and butter right now. So I know it's Microsoft. They can afford to lose money. But I'm thinking as of right now, maybe there's really nothing for Xbox to think about PlayStation 5 right now. They just got to think about making great games and then later deciding what to do with it. They need to see how next gen plays out. If we're in a situation where Xbox is still, maybe they do a little bit better, but Sony's still kicking ass just because it's Sony. They are the worldwide brand, and Xbox, it's just not going to happen. There is a path for Phil Spencer to go, yeah, we're putting our games on PS5. They're working with PlayStation for their streaming services. I think Azure, they're doing something. There was something last year where they were working together. And I'm sure part of a deal is, hey, we help you with your streaming. You get xCloud on there, or you allow Xbox games in your service. That's how Xbox operates. We're seeing that with GameStop. So Xbox or Microsoft pretty much is taking over GameStop and helping them with their infrastructure. And they're even going ahead and giving GameStop part of the digital sales. And what's that in return? GameStop is going to start pushing Xbox products, of course. So, yeah, it's a tit for tat. And Phil Spencer is still talking. He's making these comments. When I read these comments he's making, he's being very PR about it, because he doesn't want to hurt his relationship that he has with Nintendo, which from what I understand is really good. And I think he's trying to get somewhere with Sony. I think Sony's probably blocking him out. But he just comes off as like, hey man, I'm trying to get my services over on their consoles. Which means he's trying to get his games on the PlayStation 5. And he has been doing a great job getting his games on the Nintendo Switch. So when I keep hearing that Bethesda games are not coming to PS5, I need to see an Xbox executive. I need to see Pete Hines, someone huge at Bethesda, say, no, our games will not come to PlayStation 5. But right now I am not seeing that. I'm absolutely not. What I think is the games will come either way. They'll either come to where you can just straight up purchase them on PS5, or eventually PlayStation adds Game Pass, or PlayStation adds xCloud, and they come that way. But either way, they're coming to PlayStation. The The only other way that they don't is Xbox brand takes the fuck over and just becomes world dominant. And that ain't going to happen. Xbox is just one of those brands that they can do so much good, but they got a ceiling. And they can't break through that last ceiling. They just can't. So, anyways, that's my thoughts for like the third, fourth, fifth time about Bethesda games coming to PS5. People just keep latching on to every little thing that indicates that games may not come to PS5, and I just always see it the other way, just because Phil Spencer just will not come out and say games will not come to PS5. They're trying to sell the Series S, they're trying to sell the Series X, Game Pass, xCloud, and the best they can do is case by case, or we don't have to. Like if somebody asks you, hey, do you want to go skateboarding? Well, I don't have to. Like, that's a weird answer. Why not just say no if you don't want to? You know? I don't have to. I don't have to sounds like, yeah, I'm hesitant about it, but I'm going to go skateboard. That, it's clear as Fiji water what that answer indicates. Is Fiji water clear? I hope so. I drink a lot of it. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Again, Bethesda games coming to PS5. It's just how it's going to be. And I can't wait till I'm right, because I'm always right. I'm always right. Like, the Xbox guys they're just in the forest, man. They're so deep in the forest they can't see the trees. And I will talk to you later. Later.